Today, I am going to be bringing you a preview and overview of an upcoming Neo 3 decentralized finance protocol and application. And that application is Candefi. What is Candefi, you might ask? Well, before we get into what Candefi is, I'm going to briefly go over what Candy is. Candy is a NEP17 token built on the new Neo 3 blockchain. Candy is a very strong community full of Neo 3 enthusiasts and supporters. Candefi brings one of the biggest use cases for Candy and its token. On top of this, there will be many more use cases for Candy in the pipeline, which are definitely coming along. If you want to learn more, I will leave a link in the description to the Candy website, where you can learn all about what Candy is. Now on to what Candefi is. As you can see, it's a mix of Candy, the Neo 3 token, and DeFi, decentralized finance. Put them together, you have Candefi. So what the Candefi protocol allows you to do is stake your Candy tokens within an NFT, and that NFT is associated with some sort of cryptocurrency. To give it a bit of more broad sense, you're staking Candy into an NFT that tracks a token or cryptocurrency such as Neo or Bitcoin or Ethereum, and it tracks the price. We're going to get a little bit more into it later, but that's the premise of this platform. Candefi is built on top of the already well-known Rentfuse lending protocol, but instead requires users to use Candy and Gas, which is Neo 3 Gas, to interact with it. It is important to note that the Candefi protocol right now is only in Neo testnet. The full mainnet launch won't happen until 2023, so just want to keep that in mind. This is more of a preview, but it is something that you can test right now. So here are the requirements if you want to test this out and interact with this Candefi protocol. You're going to need a Neo 3 address, as well as one that's connected to the testnet of Neo. 2, you're going to need gas tokens to pay for transactions. And 3, you're going to need Candy tokens, which can be acquired from Flamingo Finance. I will leave a link down below in the description where you can get that. But of course, this version that I'm showcasing today is just on testnet. So you're going to need testnet gas, testnet Candy, and a testnet address. Obviously, your testnet address will be the same as your mainnet address, but you just need to change the network that you're connected to on your Neo line extension. And all testnet tokens can be grabbed for free. And later on in the video, I will show you exactly how to do that. One thing to note also is this whole Candefi is on a web app, but if you are more skilled and you want to actually look at the source code, you can go to the source code on GitHub, which I will also leave in the description below, and you can interact directly with this protocol. One more disclaimer before we move on is you will notice Candefi uses a lot of terminology that is similar to options trading if you've dealt with that before. But it is important to note that Candefi is not an options trading protocol, and there are distinct differences from options trading and what Candefi is. So just keep that in mind. So once again, it is built upon Rentfuse. So when you stake your Candy, create an NFT, it is sent to the Rentfuse protocol. And if you want to know more about Rentfuse, I will also leave a link in the description so you can learn more about that protocol itself. So when you're staking your Candy on the Candefi platform, you are minting an NFT. Now this NFT can either be a call NFT or it can be a put NFT. Again, similar to options, but keep in mind the differences. For all examples in this video, I'm just going to go ahead and use Neo. If you want the price of your NFT to increase in value when the price of Neo goes up, you will mint a call NFT. If you want the price of your NFT to go up when the price of Neo goes down, you will mint a put NFT. When you're minting your NFT on top of choosing whether it's a call or a put, you will have to say how much Candy you're going to stake in this NFT. That's going to increase your chances of profits depending on how much you're going to stake, of course. And as well as you're going to have to set a strike price, which we're going to go into a bit more now. First of all, there are 2 different NFTs you can mint. There's a basic NFT and there's an advanced NFT. For now, let's just go over the most basic NFT that you can mint. Basic Candefi NFT is an NFT that can only be exercised once the underlying asset hits the price of that NFT's strike price. That's the strike price we mentioned earlier that we need to set. Say the price of NEO is $9 and we set a strike price of $10. That NFT can only be exercised once NEO hits $10. The difference that the advanced NFT has is it's the same as basic, except you can exercise that NFT at any point as long as it's within the rental time frame set in the NFT. It does not matter if it's at the strike price or above the strike price or not. It just has to be within the time frame. So that is an addition of the advanced NFT. Not only that, but with advanced NFTs, you are also able to adjust leverage values. So you can add more leverage to your NFT so that each price move or each price decrease has a bigger effect on the value of that NFT. And while I won't get too much into the details of this, one more thing you can actually do with your Candefi NFT is you can set the time decay value of that NFT property. So you can kind of configure how much value this NFT will lose as time passes. So what happens after you successfully mint an NFT is it automatically goes on to the rent fuse protocol, as we mentioned, which means it is put up for rent on the Candefi platform. I'll be showing lots about how the whole rental process works more once we get into the showcase side of this video, but yes, you can rent out these contracts once you mint them, and anyone can rent these and exercise them. For a price, of course. And if you're wondering how the Candefi platform actually gets the prices for these assets, such as the current price of NEO, it uses NEO 3's Oracle that was now built in to NEO 3. So there's another great use for the new technology that NEO 3 has brought us. I'm not going to talk a ton about this, but if you look over here, this is how they determine the current value of an NFT. Big list of what the variables mean, but it is this equation at the bottom of the screen here that shows how the value of the NFT is actually calculated. So if you're interested in that, just pause the video, take a look at this equation, and that is how you determine the actual value of these minted NFTs. Before you even mint your NFT, you can calculate it in the profit calculator, and then you can determine if the NFT you're about to mint can be profitable with the circumstances you're giving for this NFT. Now, quickly, before we move on to the actual showcase part of the video, these are a bit of a glossary of some of the terms we went over today. So feel free to pause the video now if you want to read through some of these terms. Get familiar with them because a lot of them are used throughout this video and they're used also throughout the platform. So just understand it. And when you're ready, we'll move on. We are going to go into the actual showcase the app. I'm going to walk through it now and go over some of the stuff I've been talking about. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to go to the Candefi app. I'll leave the link to the app in the description, as well as I will leave the app up on the screen. So you're going to want to navigate to the app, and that is where Candefi takes place. Now, if you haven't used NEO yet, the way you can interact with this application or Web3 app is to use the NEO Line extension. I will leave a link in the description to the official extension. You want to make sure you're getting a legitimate one, so make sure you use the link in the description, or you can do your own research, Google it online, figure out the extension, but I will leave a link to this in the description. Set up a wallet, and once you have a wallet set up, you will be able to interact with the Candy app. But we need to first get some tokens. So you're going to want to make sure you go onto the NEO Line extension and switch from NEO 3 mainnet and make sure you are on NEO 3 testnet. Now, it's a little bit buggy sometimes, but when you click it, it's going to say your file can't be accessed. Don't worry, just click off, click back on, and then boom, you'll see it appear again. So I'm going to go back to NEO 3 testnet. I'll have to do the same thing. Click off, click back on. Boom, you're on it. So the first thing you can do is to go to the link on the screen and in the description to go collect NEO 3 gas. This is the fuel for the NEO 3 ecosystem. So you need this to do any transaction, whether it's sending tokens, whether it's minting an NFT, you need this to interact with the NEO applications. But of course here, we're just gonna use TestNet. So we're gonna get those for free. So here we are on the NEO 3 app. where you can get some free gas from the faucet. So all you're gonna wanna do is to go to your Neo3 wallet. You're gonna wanna receive and copy your Neo3 address. And then you'll go ahead and put your address in there. And you're going to have to verify by GitHub. So if you do not have a GitHub account, make sure you do go onto GitHub, just sign up. It's free, takes a couple seconds, sign up through GitHub, and go ahead and verify on GitHub first. And I have already logged in, so my verification went through instantly. And then you're gonna have to click the reCAPTCHA and make sure you verify both. If you don't want to go through this, the best thing you can do is find someone that has already done this and just ask them to send you some testnet gas, because it sends about 50, and that's going to be plenty to interact with this app. So you just hit send me 50 testnet gas. So congratulations, your tokens are on the way. And if we go over to the wallet, we just have to wait a few seconds and the testnet gas will arrive in our wallet. All right, so as you can see, I didn't actually realize it also sends you 50 Neo. Not that it really matters, but hey, we got the gas, which is what we need to interact with this app. The last thing you are going to need is TestNet Neo Candy. Of course, like I said, this is a decentralized application for the Candy ecosystem, which is a Neo3 token. So you need to actually go to their Discord. If you don't have a Discord, this one, unfortunately, unless you've got a friend to send you TestNet Candy tokens, you will have to sign up for Discord. Join the Discord group. I'll leave a link on the screen or in the description. Description will be up to date. I'm not sure if links expire, but go to the description. Go to that and get yourself some Neo Candy. You just have to like join the channel and make sure you check off that you are wanting to test future applications, which is this one. And then you'll just have to connect your address. It's really simple. Don't worry about it. And if you don't know what you're doing, there are people in the community that can help you out. But you have to go to the Discord to claim your candy. So I will go ahead and do that now. So in this case, I have selected the tester role, which allows me to test. And here I'll go to the TestNet Candy channel. And after I have connected my wallet, I will hit testnet and it will send me the Neo Candy right to my wallet. And as it goes through, boom, there you go. You can actually already check the transaction. Neo is very fast. That's one big reason that so many have chosen to build upon Neo. As you can see here, I now have 100,000 candy, which I got from the Discord faucet, which means we can now interact with the app. Welcome to the Candefi app. Of course, you can do day mode or night mode, but I'm a night mode man, so that's what I'm gonna go with. But to note, the Candefi protocol in testnet can only be used currently with the Neo token, so that's why most of the time I've been talking about Neo. That's what we're gonna go over today, just a brief overview using Neo. First thing you're gonna want to do is to go on the top right, and you're gonna connect to your Neoline wallet. And as soon as you do that, it's gonna pop up a message here, and we are going to click connect. And it says your wallet is successfully connected. It is up here in the top right. If you see your address, you know you are connected. If you don't see it anymore, you may have to reconnect. So just to go over the dashboard here, we have our taskbar here, which you can select markets, the little about, the profit calculator, which we will go over later, and trading competition, which is not currently on, currently disabled, but probably something in the future. And then right below that, you have the prices of all the tokens in their trading pairs. It seems like all of them are set in USD. Below that, you have different markets. Like I said, the testnet version right now only has Neo, so that is what we're working with. And down below at the bottom in this portion here, this is where you will see all the NFTs that are currently minted and rented on the market. So they're ones that are currently on the market to be rented by somebody. Then in the top right, you have, of course, your wallet. We also have links to the GitHub page, the Discord group, which we are all nice and active. Even I am there. You can come say hi. And the Twitter page for Neo Candy, as well as the website. You also have your profile here. And in your profile, when we have it, this is where you're going to be able to see your earnings, any achievements. I got one achievement for being a beta tester. So if you come beta test, you get an achievement that you can only get while you're beta testing. And then you'll be able to see any listings if you have any NFTs currently listed. If you've rented any NFTs, and storage, I believe, is where they go after they're finished. With our wallet connected and having gone through a brief overview of the whole website here, let's go into the actual function of the website. So first off, we should go over the fact that there's basically two people in this scenario that use this website. One is the writer of the NFT, and two is the renter of an NFT. We are going to go to the top right here, and I'm just going to point it out right now. This is a test early access kind of version of the app. This Web3 app is definitely subject to change, so it might change over time. But at the moment, this is how we create and write an NFT. So we are going to go to the top right here and the plus button, and it will pop up a box where we can write an NFT. So the writer of the NFT is basically creating an NFT that someone will rent out. Let's say as the writer, I'm in a scenario where I think the price of NEO is going to go down. So I want to profit off the fact that NEO is going to go down. So what I'm going to actually do is, because I think it's going to go down, I'm going to do a call NFT. That means someone who rents my call NFT thinks the price is going to go up. So I'm going to set a strike price of 10. What's the current price of NEO? It is just over $8. So the way this NFT works is if somebody rents this, they can only exercise it when the price of NEO is $10 or higher, right? $10 or higher is when it can be exercised. I have to stake a certain amount of candy. Let's just go with like 25,000 candy. So if you are the writer, you need to have candy to stake. If you're a renter, you don't need it. But for the writer, you do have to have candy. And in this scenario, we currently only have NEO to test with. So we're going to make a $10 strike price NEO call. The advanced options, of course, we kind of went over this. This is more of the advanced creation of the NFT. I'm going to just stick with the basic for the video. If you want to know more about the advanced, you can read up on it yourself, test it around with it yourself. But for now, for explanation purposes, I'm just going to stick with the basics here. So I'm going to go ahead next. And this is the rental screen. So I have just created an NFT where if somebody rents it, they have the right to exercise my NFT at $10 if NEO hits $10, right? So I get to select how long do I want this NFT to be available. Let's say we want it for 1 month. So I set 1 to 30 days. What that means is if somebody rents this anywhere between day 1 and day 30, if it hits the price of $10 or higher, they can exercise that NFT, right? For me, as the writer, I get a daily fee to whoever rents it out. So right now it's 0.5 gas. What does that mean exactly? For every day that passes, day 1 to 30, that somebody's renting it, they pay me 0.5 gas every single day. So as the writer, I make my money with the daily fee. Well, we'll get to it over the next screen, but also you have to post a collateral. This is the collateral that the person who rents it has to post. So we'll just do 300%. That's quite a bit of collateral. We're just going to leave it as the default for now. So after the renting screen, you go over to the confirmation. As you can see here, there's a lot to play around with, but this is a very beneficial NFT for me. Anywhere in the green space is where I, the writer, make money. Anything in the red space is where some renter has the potential to make money. So obviously very unbalanced. You kind of have to play around with the values to figure out what makes sense. But like I said, the longer the NFT is rented, the more money I make because I make 0.5 gas off of fees. The shorter it is, the less gas I make. So there's only about, if NEO hits $10 or higher, as you can see here on this profit calculator, then I actually lose money. But every other time, as long as NEO doesn't hit $10 over the next 2 days, it's a profitable NFT. Obviously, there probably isn't a lot of people that will take this, but this is how this profit calculator goes. It shows you at the top here how many days go by as this NFT is rented, and the left side, of course, is the rental price. So as the writer, you kind of want to do the opposite of what you, so if I think NEO's going to go down, you write a call because you want somebody to take your bet thinking they think it's going to go up. So that's kind of how it works. So here we go. We see it's a basic NFT. Like I said, not doing anything advanced. It has all the stats, how long it's going to go for, the fees, the collateral, blah, blah, blah. And one more thing to mention here is there are additional fees here. So every NFT that is written, as the writer, you pay 10,000 candy. Now, this fee can be waived if, let's open it up here, you own a Lollipop NFT. These are a mainnet Neo 3 NFT with use case, and one of the use cases is that you get no fee when writing NFTs on the Candefi platform. So if you want, you can actually go to neocandy.io/NFTs and you can go buy an NFT right now. So you have it locked in for the future when you can create NFTs without a fee on the Candefi platform. Otherwise, you'll have to pay it. And of course, we are in just the testnet right now, so we don't actually have Lollipop, so we're just going to pay the 10,000 candy. Make sure you read the risks and check that you understand them, and then you hit confirm. Once you hit confirm, the box will pop up. This is where it's going to actually mint the NFT. We're going to go ahead and sign it, and we wait a few seconds. Neo3 is very quick, so we'll wait a few seconds, we'll wait it out, and the NFT will be created. As soon as the NFTs gets created, as we mentioned, it goes right to the RentFuse network, and somebody can rent it. So we're actually just going to go ahead and refresh here. And as you can see, there is our call. We wrote a call, and now it is in the marketplace for somebody to rent at a strike price of 10, a TVL of 2.9, and a volume of 1. So the volume column just means that's how many at this strike price exist. Anyways, if we go back to the top right here and we go to our profile, this is where you can see your listings. Currently, I have... sorry, I was playing around with this earlier, so I actually have already made one active listing that's currently rented out, and it shows the time remaining. Oops, did not want to click that. But you can see the one we just created here in the pending section. So where the pending is, this is the one we have listed, but has not been rented by anyone. So as you can see here, the strike price value, yada, 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 all the stuff here that you can look at. So all the stuff is there. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch over to a different wallet so we can see what it's like to rent one of these NFTs. All right, I've officially switched over to another wallet, and as you can see here, we have our NFT that was written earlier, but we're on another wallet, so we have the ability to rent it now. So if I go ahead and click this now, and I'll click it again to open it up, it'll show me from the other perspective, the green area being where I can profit, and the red area being where I don't profit. So obviously this is not a great NFT, but we're gonna rent it anyways just to show it off. So I can only make profits in the first 2 days. So what I'm actually gonna do here is I'm gonna choose the duration of this rental here, and we are going to choose 2 days. I'm gonna rent this for 2 days. It costs me 0.5 gas for 2 days, which means this will cost me 1 gas total to rent for 2 days. And that is shown right here. And of course, we also have to put up the selected collateral. You don't lose the collateral unless you have to, so don't worry about that, but it's the renting fee that is lost no matter what happens to the contract. So there's the total we need. Make sure you understand your risks and confirm. The box will pop up, you will sign it, and as soon as it loads through this blockchain, it will show up and I will have rented it. What that means is for the next 2 days, if Neo hits $10 or higher, I will have the ability to exercise my NFT to make a profit. For the basic NFTs, as we mentioned earlier, you cannot exercise it unless it's at the strike price or higher. So if we go back to my profile here, we can see, if we go to renting section, we can see the NFTs that we have rented. Again, I was playing around with one here, so this is another one that I've rented yesterday. And today, the one here, we have 1 day and 23 hours remaining. Basically, we have 2 days remaining. And there's our 25,000 candy and the strike price that we have here. So this is where you can view it. You can, in here, if you actually click it in, this is where, if you see these options in the top left here, you can choose to exercise or finish renting. Finish renting will just close it off, and that'll be it, but exercise will actually exercise the NFT itself. So that's a bit of a brief overview of the platform here. Didn't go into too much details because I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to just go in there, test it, get some testnet candy, get some testnet gas, and just play around with the platform, figure out some ways to make profits, and get ready for the mainnet launch that's gonna happen next year. Really cool platform. I see a lot of potential in this. I can only do a brief overview of how it works because there's so many ways you could go about this to make profits. And a little bit of a risk base that you can do that I just can't get into that. That's for a whole nother video, a whole nother story. But today is just a great overview of this great project of Candy on the Neo3 ecosystem and this upcoming DeFi application. Just wanted to showcase it to everyone so you can get in there, get involved, and try this out. Be sure to stop by the community, join the Candy Discord. I'm around there. You'll see me around there. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to leave a comment of what you think of the platform and if you're excited to see some great developments in Neo 3. Because I sure am. But if you want to see more crypto videos, so far they've just been Neo, but definitely anything can come up the pipeline. Be sure to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. But thank you all for watching. I hope you try out the platform, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.